Hello and welcome back to Zarnista Studios. Today I have the pleasure to share with you the complete collection from the Spin Master 1978 Superman the Movie collection. It's the one with Christopher Reeve, and it's the one that I grew up with. It's the one that I most identify with. I do like the other Superman movies. They're fine, they're great, they're wonderful. But this is the very first one that inspired me when I was a kid. So this is a 5 POA collection, and I have to say two things. One, I'm glad I have it, but two, this was a very difficult collection to find. I'm not a fan of store exclusives because they're miserable to try to collect because you have a lot of scalpers out there who wipe out everything. And this was tough. It took me a very long time to find everything. And I just want to give a special thanks to Funky McClunky, who helped me acquire this Zod. He went above and beyond to make it happen, so thank you for that. I did go to the secondary market for Lois Lane, and I paid double for her, but she was the only one that I never found on pegs. I eventually found everybody on pegs, but so I got a second one, but I never found Lois. And I don't know if she's short packed or what. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. This is a great representation of what you would get in the late 70s, early 80s. Everybody refers to Kenner in the 3 3/4 scale. A nice card back. It's got the racetrack, very similar to Star Wars. Instead of having the picture of the actor or a scene, which others would have, I think there's licensing issues, but I think they made a nice choice using the movie poster. And on the back of the card, what you have is what would be very common in the late 70s, early 80s. It would be the cross cell. Everything you'd get. This is Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, General Zod, and 2 versions of Jor-El. Now, I only have one. That's all I wanted, and that's the one that comes with the little green crystal, the one that makes the palace, the Fortress of Solitude. I don't need the other Jor-El, but if I do see him or find him, I'll probably pick him up. These are only $8 a piece. It's a very affordable line to collect if you're not paying triple the price or even more on the secondary market. So let's go ahead and crack these boys open and girls, just to see how the collection displays with together and with other pieces. Okay, now that we have everything cracked open and out of its packaging, let's take a look and see what we have. Now, these are all classic 5 POA figures. The heads move, the arms move, and the legs move. They're a little stiff, but they just do what needs to be done. It's a basic figure, and for $8 a figure, I'm not going to complain. Let's start with the big guy himself. All right, as you can see, it's not a great sculpt, but I do think the costume is good. The blue's a little bright. The cape is decent. I really like what Spin Master did here, and they didn't go with that cruddy paper plastic cape that they've been going with. This is a nice upgrade. I think for $8, he is a good representation of the Man of Steel from the movie. He's got the curl, he's got the right suit, and again, the sculpts from the 1970s weren't fantastic, so we have to keep that in mind. I think that's what they're replicating here. Now, Superman actually comes with the kryptonite chain, which I actually gave to Lex Luthor because he's the one that gives it to him in the movie, kind of tricks him, and he's a good figure too. This is a very movie accurate figure. Again, not a great sculpt, but you look at him right away, you know who he is. The other thing he comes with is a wig. In the movie, he wears a wig. And let's see if we can get that on here. See, a toupee, a wig, whatever you want to call it. And again, it just gives the character the right feel, vibe of what you saw in the movie, which is what you would have gotten in the late 70s, early 80s. So the other thing he comes with is a newspaper. And let's take a look at that. It's a little thick for him to hold, but I usually keep that with Lois Lane, who is our writer. That'll be the next one we take a look at. And let's slide over a little bit. This is Lois Lane. I think she's a pretty decent sculpt. They got the hair right, the costume right. She looks right. And again, 5 POA. That's all you need for a line like this. Just basics. I'm not going to put him in I don't need him for dynamic posing. And she comes with her notebook, and it's got writing on it, and it's clever. So the only way I comfortably get it in the hand is actually upside down, and that's fine. And I think she looks like Margot Kidder. Not bad. Not a great sculpt, but it does what needs to be done. And again, Zod. Again, special thanks to Funky McClunky to make this happen. He's a great figure, and I don't know if you can see it here on film, but there's a gloss to part of his black costume, which gives a nice extra detail. He looks like the character. He's got he's even got a little hair on his chest, which is kind of funny. I don't know if you would have seen that in the late 70s, but it's a nice touch. Again, 5 POA. Does what needs to be done. And he actually comes with the prison with the other characters, which is kind of nice. And hopefully we'll get those two. And last but not least is Jor-El. This is the costume you see with him on his home world as he sends him off, and he places this crystal into the spaceship, which becomes the fortress, what he uses to make the Fortress of Solitude. Again, he's 5 POA. It's got a nice pearlescent white plastic. I think it's a decent sculpt. I mean, the hair is dead on. And he really looks good. I'm very happy with him. He's even got a nice flexible rubbery cape or robe. And he looks perfect. And as you can see, when you line them all up together here in the Fortress of Solitude, now this Fortress of Solitude is actually from McFarlane, from the Superpowers collection. This is where I'm going to display them. And referring back to Star Wars, as you can see, the sculpts weren't great for them either, but they do fit into that 3 3/4 scale. Here is a custom I did not too far back of the Greatest American Hero. Nice 3 3/4 scale. The only thing that I needed was Batman to go with him. And that's my perfect 60s, 70s collection. But anyway, as you can see, the Spin Master 78 Superman the Movie collection is really good. I highly recommend it. If you can track them down, definitely do it. Hopefully they're going to do another run. But I'm very pleased with what they put together. My only complaint is was the difficulty trying to find them in store and get them online. And if it wasn't for help of friends that were also looking, I don't know if I would have completed this collection. So thank you to all involved that make this happen. I'm glad I have the collection now. If this is where it stops, that's fine. But I would like to get Zod's two associates to round out this collection for Superman 1 and 2. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.